Hello.
Hello,
Hi, Nisha.
how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
When am I going to get my Paws t-shirt, first of all?
It's already there. I don't know why you're not wearing it.
You need to send the new one. I have a 2019 one. This is not fair.
Yeah.
So, guys and girls, everybody, hello, and we are back in action with our magazine, which was delayed for a couple of months now with our webinars. And Hermi
Yeah.
has
We,
been
we were a little
traveling
bit busy
across the
with the.
world, making me jealous all the time. Uh, Now he's back with the post processing session. My guru, please.
So, yes, it's been almost, I don't know how many months. Like uh, last Masai Mara season, like the migration season, we got so busy. And after that, I had a lot of travel plans. And in between, we missed to do a lot of sessions. We were keep on getting requests
Request.
from a lot of people who were our regular viewers, and they were missing this show, and a lot of people were able to gain a lot of knowledge because we were inviting world renowned photographers who shared their knowledge with us. So, yeah, it was a learning session for all of us. And even we both missed the show. So, we thought we will start this again. And starting with my
Here we are.
session on, yeah. In fact, I started our Kudra photography sessions regularly as well. And my friends from Kudra, when we meet, always used to tell me, ask me to do a session on Lightroom. So almost all of us doesn't get time to sit together and do it. So I thought this is the best option to do it. And it's a basic Lightroom editing session because no, I don't know the high end editing techniques and all. So they asked me, how are you going to do it? And I told them, uh, like whatever I know, I can show you.
That's what
Just
we
a
always say,
second.
right? Whether it is
Yeah.
photography or editing, think about the basics. It's all about understanding the basics. Here, this is not a session for creating art or creating clouds and stuffs like that. This is pure, straightforward editing. So, if you like to enhance the color, enhance a bit of sharpness, enhance the total look and feel from raw to a JPEG, that's what we are going to share over here. And Hermi is an amazing guru when it comes to photography as well as editing.
Okay. Let
And
me.
I'm waiting for another session on your Mongolia trip, okay?
Okay. Yeah. For,
Keeping all us on
for
pause
that
with your snow
for
leopard
that I
and
have to start editing my uh, photos. Okay, now I'm ready with my photos and the uh,
great.
Lightroom. Yeah. So Nisha, can you handle this
Adding
thing for
the
me?
sharing the screen,
No,
yes, of
sharing I
course,
will
and the
do.
messages definitely. Becky,
Let
of course, I'm
us.
waiting for the few confirmation from our side.
So yeah, can you see
Yeah.
anything now?
No, I'm not getting the screen. Yes.
So first of all, Lightroom, we for the beginners in Lightroom who doesn't know, like who is starting with Lightroom and who was working in Photoshop. First, we have to create a catalog. So we go to a new catalog. Catalog is where all your photos that you're editing is getting stored. So I will go to this photography trips, Lightroom catalog. Maybe I'll create a new folder called editing. session, and we go and edit. You have to give a name for the catalog, which will be again like session May. Okay, so now Lightroom will restart to create a the Lightroom will restart to create the new catalog. So now you can see. Nisha, can
Yeah.
you help me in
Yes.
if the screen is running, because
Yeah.
I'm not able to see.
Sure.
Okay. So now we have this library on top. We have the develop. These are the two things that we will be working on. Library, you import all your images to the library.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
So you
how
go
to
to,
import? You go to the file,
yeah.
import photos and videos. Now you go to your folder where it is. Either you can go through this and select your folder, or second option is you can go to your folder and directly you can drag and drop your files
Okay.
like this. It's the same, like you go to the path in this and connect your files, or you, as I showed, you can drag and drop. Now, these are the files I have selected for today. I'm not going to edit all of this. I want to just show few each functions or each techniques in each photos what we can do. So let me check all so that I am downloading or importing all the files to this particular catalog. All my photos that I'm going to edit, I will import to this catalog. And now we are checking all, or if you want just to check import only one or two from this, you can manually select one or two or three, whatever you want. So I want to
Okay.
import all of this, and I'll click on this, click on import. Now the files are imported to the library. All
Okay.
my photos that I want to edit has been imported to the library. So now the second thing is we have to go to the develop. Unfortunately, most of this, no, all of these pictures are from Masai Mara. Next time, I'll try to select from different locations.
Yeah.
So
Please.
now we will go to develop.
Okay.
Okay. So this is not my picture. This is my friend Eli's picture. I told him I will be editing one of his picture.
Okay.
So we have selected one, two, second picture, third picture, fourth picture, fifth, sixth,
Oh,
seventh,
cool.
eighth, ninth, 10th.
Great.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Bahati's cub.
Yes. So
Great.
let's start with, yeah, let's start with this. Uh, Let me go to the, 1 second before I start. Give me
Yeah,
a
what
minute.
happened?
1 second.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your editing session on white, the Palas cat one.
Yeah. Okay. Now can you see?
Yes.
Okay. You can make it full screen. I'll start editing.
Yeah.
Okay. First, we have to enable the profile correction and remove the chromatic aberration. These two are mandatory
Mm-hmm.
when before you start anything. Then you come up. So this is my way of working. So I generally start with dehaze. So I will first remove. I mean, if I see that a picture has some haze, especially when you shoot during afternoons, you will have a lot
Okay.
of haze in your picture. So first we'll remove the haze. So it was like this. We keep increasing the number. It depends on uh, how you see the picture, how you want your picture to be. So don't increase in a very large number. It's up to you to decide how much the number you have to increase. So here I'll go for 21, 20. That is fine. And now the moment you increase the dehaze number, you will have a lot of shadows in your picture. So you should start removing the shadows as well. Now you can
Oh,
see the difference. So I've put the highest number in shadows, and I'll reduce the highlights. And now this picture, you can see the horizon is tilted. So
slightly tilted.
yeah, so I want to straighten that horizon. You can do it manually like this. Before starting that, I'll show you where the difference is. Like you can see this line. This is the horizon I'm talking about. So this line
Okay.
is a little bit slanted towards right. Uh,
Yeah.
Now I can manually do this. You come here. Now it is straightened. You can see
Yes.
the straight line.
Yeah.
Apart from this, we have one more method to do that. You click on this angle and you put your first point here, drag it till your second point at the end. It automatically straightens. Okay. And now you have to decide your frame. For me, I will try to remove that top portion. I don't want this white color. Little bit from the down also. So now in this picture, the elephant is moving towards my right side. I mean, looking towards my right side. So I have a extra element on the left to balance the frame. So for composing, when I compose this image, I kept that tree on the left, and I kept the elephant almost in the center. Since it's looking towards right, I left some space on the right side. So this will be my composition. So if I didn't had that tree on the left side, I might have cropped the image a little bit more. Maybe like this. So if the tree was not there, this would be my frame. Since the tree is there, I want to include that element also. So I added the tree on the left to balance the weight of the negative space on the left. Now I'll increase a little bit of exposure, little bit like 20 or 15. The temperature is, which is called the Kelvin value, is on a higher side. So I'll reduce that. I hope you all know about temperature. Are we getting
You
any
can
questions,
maybe
Nisha?
you can just add a line or two.
Okay. So basically, the temperature is the color depth of your image, which is like it is calculated as bluish or uh, yellowish or orangish. So the lesser this number, this 5,400 or 4,800, you get a bluish tint for your picture.
Yeah.
And the higher the number, you get
More
orange tint,
yellowish.
yeah,
Yeah.
yellowish tint for your picture. I'll show you. You can
Yeah.
see here when I increase the number, your picture is completely like yellowish or orangish tint. When you reduce it, it goes bluish.
Yeah.
So let's keep it around 5200.
Okay.
Yeah. So you get the sky in the blue color. You get the elephant as its original color. So I'll keep it as 5200. And I'll add a little bit of contrast to this picture. Uh, the next is the texture. I used to get a lot of questions on what is the difference between texture and clarity. Uh, Texture is, for example, I'll show you. Here, this elephant has got a lot of textures on their body part. So if you increase this number, it gets a very, the texture gets bold.
Okay.
It gets stand out in your frame.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the main use of texture. And the clarity increases the texture or increases the contrast for the midtones. So if you increase clarity, you can again see the difference.
Oh, yeah.
If you reduce clarity, it softens the picture.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you. So these are the difference between texture and clarity. Clarity, like we all have, a lot of people have this doubt. The middle tone of your picture gets affected when you increase or decrease the clarity, and texture help us to increase the textured area in your frame. Okay. And
Okay.
yeah, these three are the most critical tools that I generally use: this clarity, texture, and this helps us to enhance photo a lot, even though
That's
it's in a
great.
slight way. Next comes vibrance. You increase the vibrance. Vibrance will keep the good part with vibrance is it is more of a it works more like saturation tool, but it it will not how to explain that, it will not increase whatever color you have. For example, you have enough blue tint in this image, it it gives the more, it gives a more contrast to the blue tint, or whatever highlighted color you have, it increases only that. Saturation increases all the colors in your frame. For example, you can see, if you increase saturation, the whole color gets increased. If you increase vibrance, only certain colors get affected. So, and again, you should not play around with both these colors, like the number wise. You have to be very careful while adding these colors. A lot of people I have seen, they pull the bar towards the right a lot, and it creates an artificial color for the picture. So always keep these numbers within 10 maximum, so that it gets a very subtle changes in your picture and it doesn't look artificial. Yeah. And next is the curves, tone curve. Tone curve, again, I will work on these only two elements in this: lights and highlights. So it gives some more artificial light to your picture, and you can further reduce highlights. If any unwanted highlights is there, it will get cleared from this also. Next is HSL and color. We have hue, saturation, luminance, and color. I generally doesn't touch any of these except saturation. If I feel that, for example, here I feel little bit green oversaturated, so I keep it little down on the minus side, so that the green doesn't look artificial. I'll try to increase blue a little bit more. Yeah. And yeah, this is all it is when it comes to the color of this picture. For me, it looks as if I am there in that place and it doesn't look artificial. So I'll keep this color tone as it is. Now the thing I will work on is detail. So again, this place we try to sharpen the image in Lightroom. So masking, we will use this masking tool to mask the subject. Like
Yeah.
only the subject I want saturate. I mean sharpness. The background or rest of the places in this image, I don't want it to be sharpened. So for that, I will press Option key in MacBook or Alt key in Windows. Press that key and start dragging. The moment you press, you will see a lot of white space in your picture. So you keep dragging, dragging, dragging towards towards right. The white gets only affected on certain part. So uh, I want only this portion to be sharpened. So let's fix at this position, and then you increase the sharpening. Sharpening maximum, I would suggest is to go till 60 maximum. And rest of the things, noise reduction and all, I will not be using it in this. So these are the things. One is basic, then tone curve, then saturation, and then detail. So these are the things that I usually work on my picture. Uh, so this is my frame, this is my color and everything. Now I feel there are a lot of noise in this picture. Can you see that,
Yeah.
Niche?
Yes, I can.
So yeah, so I use a third-party tool for this to remove the
Mm-hmm.
noise and a little bit sharpen my image, my
Mm-hmm.
subject. So there is a AI tool, artificial intelligence tool, done by Topaz. So I use right click this picture, right click on the picture and edit in Topaz denoise. So the picture gets automatically gone to the denoise Topaz denoise software. So
Okay.
now we have this lot of things here. You can see on the right side: standard, clear, low light, severe noise, raw. I use low light. Initially, I was using clear, but then after using this low light, I uh, realized that in low light mode, we are not losing a lot of picture details. So even if you after when I use clear mode and press any of these, go to Lightroom and then export, you lose a lot of details. In low light,
Okay.
you're not losing much details, and you get when you export the picture. Usually in clear, you will get the picture size as 2 MB or 3 MB. But in severe low light, when you export a picture, when you export the picture, you will get in 10 MB or 12 MB, that size. So a lot of I realize that a lot of uh, details are still there in that. So here you can see when you drag, you will be
Yeah.
able to see all the noise are being gone.
Yes.
I'll I'll show this in 200 zoom so you will understand.
Yeah.
See,
Yes.
and see the lines on the trunk.
Yeah.
It's getting,
It's more
yeah,
sharper.
yeah, now it's more sharper. And see how the background noise is removed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So after this, I'm happy with this sharpness. And if you can
Where on?
like in fact you can decide how much sharpness or how much noise have to be removed. It depends on you and your creativity. You can drag these numbers and decide as well. I'm happy with this, so I'll click on apply. Now here you can see a new file is being created. It is
Okay.
the TIFF file. So from the raw file, the previous raw file, a new file has been created. If you go to the folder, you will be able to see that. Here you can see a new TIFF file is created already. So now
Okay.
we are editing on that TIFF file. So naturally, when you do a lot of noise removal and sharpening, a lot of details or colors will be lost from your picture. So
Mm-hmm.
after coming back to the Lightroom, you have to add little bit of contrast to your picture, a little bit of dehaze again, like very less number, 3, or you can remove a shadow a little bit, dehaze, then little bit of vibrance, 3 or 6, little bit of saturation. So, okay. Now this is my final output. And for example, you can see here there is one more tool I generally use. There is a key on your keyboard. You can find a line, a key
Forward
which
slash.
is mentioned a line or backward slash.
Okay.
Yeah, next to the enter button, there will be a line and a backward slash button. So if you click on that, you will understand how your picture was and how it is after editing. So this was your picture. After editing, it became like this.
Okay.
And after the denoise and sharpening and everything, I got this result. Yeah, there is no
Yeah.
uh, noise or anything. So now I will export this. Export, choose the folder. I will export in this. Like I'll create a new folder called edited. So I'll choose the folder. I'll keep the file name as it is. Now, I'll be using this for my social media purpose. So the image format will be JPEG, and color
Okay.
space I will choose sRGB.
Okay.
Quality I'll keep it 100 only.
Okay.
And for social media, I take the longer edge as 2500. Longer edge means uh,
The
can
longer
somebody
side of the image.
can they see me?
1 second. Yeah.
Yeah. So the longer edge means if it is a horizontal picture, the width will be 2500, and the height it will be cropped, or not cropped, like resized with the same
Okay.
aspect ratio. So if it is a vertical image, the height will be 2500 and the width will be resized with the aspect ratio. It will not crop or do any harm to your picture. So
Yeah.
either you can do with longer edge, or if you want the full size picture, you can just uncheck this. If you want for your social media, the maximum you can, or the minimum you can use is 2500 pixel. That is the that's only needed for social media purpose. So yeah, long edge 2500. Resolution you can keep it. It usually takes 72, but you can keep it 300. And here we have kept the checkbox don't enlarge. It means that if your picture is like, if you have cropped your picture very badly and you don't have a 2500 pixels, this, if you click on this, it will not enlarge. It will, for example, if your actual picture pixel is 1500, the output will give only 1500. So it will not enlarge and destroy your picture. Rest of the things you don't have to do anything. And by any chance you are exporting for uh, print, you can export it as a TIFF file, and the color profile, color space can be should be Adobe RGB, and 16-bit is fine. You don't have to resize this. Keep it as it is, full image, and just click on export. So now let's go JPEG, sRGB, resize to fit, export. I come back to the folder, edited. My file is here.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, basic editing. I hope you guys have understood.
Yeah.
This picture I wanted to show for some reason. Like a lot of people have, this is a raw file. I haven't
Mm.
edited or done anything in this.
Yeah.
Let's enable profile correction. This is taken with 400 f2.8.
Okay.
Okay. And you can see the settings here. ISO 450,
Okay.
400
Okay.
f2.8, 1 by
Okay.
500 of a second.
Okay.
So most of the time people ask me a very valid doubt that how can somebody get background and foreground very creamy? Are they doing it in Photoshop? Are they removing the background or replacing the background or playing around with the background? This picture is a perfect answer for that question. Here I have focused on this bird, and you can see the bird in full sharp focus, and you can see that line where the bird is standing.
Yeah.
That line is also full focus. You can see from here to here, this
The
grass
focus
is
plane.
also,
Yeah.
the focus plane, that grass is also in pretty sharp focus. So if, and I was literally lying down when taking this picture. So that is the reason you are getting that foreground blur. If you,
Okay.
because I was below the level of this bird. So, and the bird has the different, I mean, the distance between this bird and the background is a little far. That is the reason the background, you get it very softened, and even the foreground is softened because I was focusing on the bird. So this doubt I wanted to clear. Like a lot of people say, send me picture of other photographers and tell that is this background for like photoshopped. So this is just an example that you can get this type of background even without photoshopping, just in your camera if you know the settings properly.
Yeah.
So
And the distance to the, as you
yeah,
mentioned, the
it,
distance to the
yes,
subject.
the distance to the subject and distance from the subject and the background to the background, everything matters for a
And the
perfect picture
aperture
like
of the
this.
your lens,
Yeah, f2.8 or
even
f4.
four at times. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, f4 and all, you get this bokeh effect, very good bokeh effect. So I'm not going to edit this picture. Yeah, let's go to the next picture. This is something that I got very in my recent trip. This
Oh,
again f2.8. What is it?
oh, no, it's a great one. What is in its mouth?
It's a frog.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So this picture, I like the frame and everything. I just wanted to
Mhm.
show how I will crop this picture, because you can see the helmeted guinea hole in front of this, which is
Yeah.
kind of spoiling my frame, because it's a disturbance for me. It's a
Yeah.
disturbance. So I wanted to show how I will crop this picture. You have to define, or you have to, as an artist or as a photographer, it's your right to decide what is your frame.
Yeah.
So, for example, for this only for the social media or online web purpose. So I will crop this picture vertically like this,
Okay.
so that I have removed all the disturbance from the picture, and I
Hmm.
got only the focus only on that uh,
Only on the
hornbill.
subject. Hermi, I
Yeah,
have a
hornbill, and
question.
yes,
I mean, it's not a question, it's a suggestion. Is it
yeah.
or I don't know whether what's your plan for the rest of the session, but are you planning to do something with the masking button inside Lightroom itself?
Yeah, yeah. I have a photo for that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So this is for the composition part I'm showing.
Okay.
So yeah, there's nothing to do with like the corrections or anything, but composition
Okay.
wise, yeah, I just want to tell that you can decide what your frame is, and
Okay.
accordingly, you should have the sense of doing how or how good it has to be.
Okay.
So I feel for me that frame was much better than a frame like this.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the story. If you're talking about the
Yes.
habitat and different species, this one will definitely add more value. But
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you're talking about the
Yes.
portrait, yeah, the other one will do the
Especially
rest.
these days, people are doing for online purpose.
Yes.
Okay, now this one.
Okay.
This is again one of my recent trip. Head shaking of a cheetah.
Cheetah.
Yeah. So let's. There's also f2.8 400 mm, and my favorite camera D6.
Oh.
So first,
Between D6 and C9, which one will you prefer?
frankly speaking, I love D6 over C9. A lot of people doesn't agree, but I still go with D6 and 180 400 for any of my trips
Have you
because
ever got
I'm
a chance to
I'm
try the new one, the new lens, 400 with the extender?
no, not yet. So this will be my frame here. This is again I'm doing this for social media purpose, not for any competition or awards or anything.
Hermes, there is a question.
Yeah.
If for the purpose of printing rather than social media, how would be the
Mm.
cropping ratio? It depends on the size of the print and
Yeah, it depends on your canvas, like the size you want to print. If it even if see these days cameras are good enough, they're giving good enough megapixels to blow up even a big hoarding. So don't worry about the pixels. If you have a full frame picture taken in a camera like D6 or D850 or some anything similar to that, yeah, your pixel will be around 5000 pixel by or even 3000 pixel is good enough to blow up a picture with 120 centimeter or 150 centimeter print. So you can export it in a full pixel ratio, and then give it to the printer. They will do the good job for you.
yeah, you need to, yeah, definitely the printer's knowledge makes a lot of difference
Yeah,
over here. Trying the correct printer will help you a lot in colors as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this one, let me quickly do the. I'll increase the clarity and texture. This is very this play a very major part. This clarity and picture in this picture because you see the water drops around it. Clarity increasing the clarity and texture will enhance those water drops. Then increase a little bit of contrast and little bit reduce highlight. You need to remove a little bit of shadow also. Whites and blacks, it depends. Like most of the time, I don't use these things, whites and blacks. The best option to use whites and black, I will tell you. Click on the option or Alt button in your keyboard and start pressing. You can see a black color in your screen. If you keep dragging it towards right, you will be able to see a small dot after some time. The first dot you see, you have to stop it there. That's the actual white of your picture. And same thing for the black also, you press the Alt or Option key, and now it's purely white. You can see the white color. Bring towards left.
Yeah.
The first point of black, stop there. That's your actual black in the picture. Vibrance, let's add little bit of vibrance and saturation. I forgot to play around with the temperature. I think this for me, since I love blues, for me this is little bit
Hermes blue.
orangish.
So that's a
So
joke. We Hermes pictures always have a little more blue tint, so we call it as Hermes blue.
yeah, so I keep it 4,500. Nisha, you don't have to tell everything in public. Okay, I
No
will.
secret to reveal in between.
A lot of our friends know about these jokes. Okay, here saturation and all. I feel this is perfect for me. I'll increase little bit of sharpening here. Now you can see the white color is only on the cheetah and little bit of grass and on the water drops, which is perfect. I'll keep it 60. So that's it. Here we have done the lens correction, remove chromatic aberration. All these are done. So now we'll have to play around with the background.
Okay.
Since the background was pretty close, it was not
Yeah.
that creamy here. And I
Yeah.
was in F4, you can see.
Mm-hmm.
ISO is also a little bit on the higher side. So you
Mm-hmm.
can see a little bit of grains also here and there. So we will use the denoise tool here. Uh, so this is a very important tool. This is the masking tool
Mm-hmm.
Nisha was mentioning. So here I'll click on the subject. Very this latest Lightroom, they made it very simple for photographers. You click on the subject, it automatically detects the subject. You can see the red color.
Yeah.
So it has selected the cheetah very well, but there are some portions you can see on the legs it's not covered, which you can do it by yourself. You can click on the add button, click on the brush, and click wherever you want to add. So you can just paint it by yourself if you want
Yeah.
that area. So now almost everywhere it is covered.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now you can remove this show overlay button,
Mm-hmm.
and you can start working on uh, whatever settings you want to do. So I feel highlights is little bit higher, so I'll remove the highlights, remove a little bit of shadow, and a small number of exposure,
Okay.
and reduce little bit of whites from this, so that the hair here will be shown properly.
Okay.
Color and saturation I'll increase to 5. Texture and clarity I will increase little bit. Sharpness also I'll increase.
Okay.
So this is the settings that I will do here. I'm done with
Mm-hmm.
my subject. Now the critical part is the select background.
Okay.
So here when you select background, you can see except the cheetah everywhere is red. So there are some portion of cheetah which has been selected. You can see on the ears and on the back side here on the leg. So this you can subtract. You if you want to remove that, you click on subtract
Mm-hmm.
and brush. Click here wherever you want. You can remove it. I'm just showing it for the purpose of showing it.
Yeah.
So click on show overlay, and now this is your frame. Now you can start working on the background. Some people
Okay.
wanted dark background, so you can increase the contrast. highlights, little bit of some black you can add. You can reduce white. You want a clean background. Uh, as I mentioned, you can reduce the clarity, but it has to be in a very minimal way. Texture. So I'll show you one more thing. Here we can see a lot of white spaces. I mean, white water drops.
Yeah.
So if you want to remove, like it, this will also get affected most of the time.
Yeah.
So one
That
more
was
thing
my
you can
question.
do is, yeah, you can go to the subtract and select subject. Most of the time, all these things get selected, deselected by itself. Most of the time. So
Okay.
you cannot actually go and select one by one. So sometime it gets included in the subject, and you will be lucky to get that removed. I mean, get that subtracted from your selection.
Okay. I didn't
Yeah.
know this
So
option was there.
yeah, this is a very good tool. Like,
Okay.
go to subtract and click on that subject. Whatever portion is there, it also gets deselected.
Oh, that's
So
great.
now I'll reduce little bit of sharpness also for the background.
Okay.
Yeah. So my background is little bit blurry and softened now.
Okay.
I can do one more thing. I will take this linear gradient tool for a little bit of space on the top. I can work on it again. Uh, More blurry. You can see the difference.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be very artificial.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the main tools that I use in this. Select
Mm-hmm.
subject, select background,
Mm-hmm.
and then brush and linear. Even radial gradient tool also, when needed, we can use that.
Yeah.
For example, you come on face of this cheetah. If you want to do anything specific on the face, like you want to reduce more highlights or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So overlay, reduce highlights. See, it's affecting only that portion.
Yes.
Yeah. So it depends on what you want to do.
Okay.
Yeah. And this you can see two lines.
Yes.
So since it's called gradient, it gives an effect that it is not cut from the edges. It gets a smoothen effect. So for
Okay.
that, you can play around with this feather tool. So this will
Yeah.
be like cutting on the edge. This will be like going towards the edge
More
in a
softer
smoother way.
edges.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, softer edges. Okay, now that's also done. My portion in this is completed.
Okay.
Now, okay, I can see a lot of black spots here.
Yeah.
If it is disturbing your uh, view, you can
Yeah. It's a
definitely
personal
remove
choice
that.
once again.
Yeah, I click on this heal tool and I press here. If you're giving for some awards or things, don't use these type of things because they won't
Yeah.
accept it.
Competitions. You remove
Yeah.
anything, you add anything, then once they ask for the raw file, you will be in trouble.
Yes. So these things are again very critical. Use it very carefully.
Yeah.
It has to match the other place also. Now that black spots is gone, and
Yeah.
I feel the disturbance for your eyes also is little bit gone from that. Now again, if you want, you can go again, take this to the topaz denoise.
Yeah.
There is no much noise in this picture, so I'll keep this noise
Minimal.
around 28. Yeah, and even sharpness, this is looking artificial now, so I'll keep it 30. I don't need too much of. Yeah, this looks
Okay.
okay. You can see the difference.
Yes. Yeah, especially the droplets.
Yeah, droplets as, and yeah. Okay. Now we click on apply. So this is my frame for this
Yeah.
picture, and this is the editing that I have done in this. Here, if you go to the previous picture, you will see if you press that uh, backward slash
Backward
button,
slash.
yeah, how it was and how it is after.
Yeah.
Just enhancing whatever it is. Here, I came here, I'll add little bit of contrast to this picture. Little bit of dehaze and shadow removal. And vibrance 3, saturation 3, that's enough.
Yeah.
So this is a picture during a rainy day in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Cheetah shaking head.
You've been looking for this for a while, I guess.
Yeah,
The head shakes are always a chase.
yeah. Now this is a helmeted guinea fowl.
Okay.
I'll quickly show how to change that. Not change, like how to get a good background for this.
Okay.
So let's go down.
You want to play with the temperature first or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. I'll do this first. Profile correction and all these
Yeah.
things. Now I'll set my frame.
Okay.
So this will be my frame.
Okay.
Now dehaze. See, you can see the upper part. When I increase
Yes.
the dehaze, whatever that's a cloud, and the
Yes.
cloud is hidden behind the haze. So when I
Okay.
increase this, the cloud is coming out properly.
Okay.
Yeah. So now I'll play with this. You can see
Yes.
the moment I
The color
increase,
changing.
you get a reddish tint, orangish tint
Yes.
in the background.
Yeah. A
Here
lot of
orange
blues.
goes well,
Yeah.
so I keep it around 9,000. Let's say.
Yeah.
Now we have to play around with shadow.
Okay.
If you want to get the texture, if you want to see the texture of the helmeted guinea fowl and the
Yeah.
tree, you have to
Okay.
remove the shadows. Increase the contrast a little bit, reduce the
Okay.
highlights. If you increase the highlights, becomes white.
Yeah.
If you reduce, the white will be gone.
Okay.
Clarity you can increase. Texture also you can increase a little bit.
Yeah.
Now again, vibrance will play around. Okay. So now we come to the lights. Little bit of light we'll give so that it enhances the subject, and little bit yellow we will reduce because it was too
Reduce.
much yellow. Yeah, too much yellow it
Hermes
was.
always have an issue with yellow.
Yeah. Now we come to the sharpening, masking. You do the masking. Here
Yeah.
you get only the tree and the bird.
Okay.
Again, around 58, 60 you can give. Now I will click on the subject.
Okay.
So only this is selected. Now you
Okay.
can see a little bit the selection has gone on the background here.
Yeah.
For that, I will subtract, click on the brush. It's a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, uh,
Work.
you need to take a little bit of effort if you want a perfect picture.
Yeah.
So you can remove this. I'm just showing it for the purpose of showing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's better if you have tiny areas, use a smaller brush. You can always adjust the
Yeah, you
brush
can.
size.
Yeah, there is a key called bracket here, flower bracket or square bracket. You
Yeah.
can press that and it will increase and decrease your brush size.
Size.
Yeah, so you can do it very professionally, I will call it. So yeah, this is I'm just showing it for the purpose of showing.
Yeah.
So I'll increase a little bit of exposure on this and
Mhm.
remove shadow.
Okay.
Okay, so people will understand that this is a helmeted guinea
Helmeted
fowl.
guinea fowl.
Yeah. Now I'm happy with that. Now create mask, select sky.
Okay. So in
Now
this
you're
case, only
selecting
the
only the
sky will
sky.
be selected.
Yeah, only the sky is selected.
Okay.
And you can click on show overlay. Now we'll remove the highlight more and remove the whites also. Here I will add little bit of orange tint or not needed. Yeah. Okay. So little bit of black and I'll increase dehaze.
Okay.
Okay. Now this is fine for me. Let me do a small thing here because this area I'm not happy that it's too much yellowish. So I will do this. Okay. This will be little bit of bluish tint I will give to that area. Yeah, -16 to -20, and I will increase the saturation and increase little bit of dehaze. So it gives a different texture to the whole area, the whole screen.
Okay.
You get that bluish cloud. Yeah. So
Yeah.
this will be my frame for this.
Mm-hmm.
It was like this.
Okay.
We edited, and it became
Oh,
a beautiful picture, a presentable picture.
okay.
Yeah. So that's it. And this is a picture which I was shooting in the rain. As we always say, when it is raining, you need a lighter background.
Yes.
Like you need to have any kind of background behind you to show that droplets. You can see here, it's all visible here. If it's
Yeah.
purely sky, you will not be able to see that. So you have to have a background, proper background. If you find any subject in the rain, try to place your vehicle wherever there is a background, clean background for the raindrops to be seen. And
And the direction of light is also important.
yeah, the deduction of light is also important. This is I don't know why I took this picture. I forgot. Maybe to yeah. This was again shot in 3.5.
Okay.
You can see I was very far from this lion,
Yeah.
and background you can see the trees. It's not
Yes.
giving that bokeh effect also.
Yeah.
So this was the difference I told about. This I was very close to the subject,
Yeah.
and the distance from the subject and background was very far, so it got a
Mm-hmm.
bokeh effect. Even though
Mm-hmm.
this was in f 3.5, you can see here
Mm-hmm.
at 3.5, it
Mm-hmm.
didn't give that bokeh effect. So
Okay.
yeah, now if you want to give that effect, you can come to the uh, editing place. You click on the background, except the lion, everything else is selected.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see how it is working. You click on the clarity button, you reduce the clarity, you reduce the texture,
Yeah.
and you reduce the sharpness.
Yeah.
Okay, now you can see the difference. It
Yeah.
was like this, now it became very soft.
Yeah.
This is another way to isolate the subject from the background.
Yeah.
If it has not happened with your camera settings,
Lens.
you can do,
Yeah.
yeah, you can do this way also. So yeah, that's why I selected this picture. Yeah, same for this also. Uh, this is a black back jackal with a hair kill. I was lying
Oh.
down on the ground. That's the reason you can see the bokeh effect.
Ground?
Uh, Actually, I was lying down in the vehicle.
I
Ground.
was surprised. How do you manage to lie down on the ground?
No. I was actually on the ground. It was not in a place that I was restricted to go
Okay.
down. So I was lying down. That's why it was looking at me. And uh, so yeah, this also I again wanted to show the same thing. If you go low, below the subject, you will get this kind of bokeh in the front, and
Yeah.
even this background also gives that good bokeh effect. This was in f4. That is the reason you are seeing this
Mm-hmm.
little bit, not completely bokeh.
Okay.
And this is, yeah. So this picture was for that. This picture was again to show the cropping I will do.
Mm-hmm.
So before cropping, let's fix this. This was again taken in D6 and 400 2.8.
Mm-hmm.
So for this, I'll do the cropping like this.
Okay.
You can see the through the grasses, through the leaves, through the
Yeah.
grasses, how good the focus was tracked and got sharpened. It's
Yeah,
such a
that's
sharp
great.
image. So here you
Yeah.
can see a lot of haze in this picture. If you play around with the haze,
Mm-hmm.
see how it is working. Sometimes dehaze work
Yeah.
very well. Here you have to remove, I mean, you have to reduce the saturation because of dehaze you increased,
Yeah.
and shadow also you remove. See, that's what I'm saying. These three tools are very important. Especially dehaze is one of the very helpful tool. Imagine this picture, its look and feel got changed very drastically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so dehaze is a very important tool, but you have to use it very wisely. Play around with it.
Yeah.
This also your favorite
Bahati
girlfriend. Yeah.
Of course.
So here you can see
Cups are
again.
definitely my favorite.
Yeah,
Well, that's so amazing.
yeah. It was on a rainy day.
Yeah.
Again, this also you play around with dehaze for sure. This has a lot of highlights here. That
Yeah.
also you need to dehaze. Here you should not increase very drastically because there is no much haze.
Yeah.
In little bit of light you give, highlights you have to reduce,
Yeah.
and all these things you can do clarity. And now I want to remove that highlights from this portion.
Okay.
So I use this gradient, linear gradient tool,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll start playing around with this place. I'll increase the haze here, and highlights
Yeah.
I'll reduce the whites, little bit of darken. the image. So I'll keep this.
Yeah.
I can see the difference, how the
Yes.
highlight is gone from that portion.
Maybe you
And
can give.
yeah,
You can show the beauty of the cub as well, please.
okay, select subject. Remove shadow,
Yeah.
little bit of exposure you give, contrast, clarity. I'll give a little bit more exposure.
Yeah.
Now there is one more option here. So
Mm-hmm.
you have edited the subject. Now
Yes.
you come here, click on this three. You can see three dots here.
Yes.
You click on that. You get to see a option called duplicate and invert mask.
Yeah.
You click on that. Except the subject, everything else is selected now. It's the same thing
Okay.
like background.
Background.
Yeah, same thing like select background, but here
Yes.
we are using it in a different way.
Okay.
Okay, so now the background is selected. I will reduce the clarity and texture for the background. You see how it
Okay.
went,
Yes.
even the sharpness also.
Yeah.
So now the background has become little bit soft.
Yeah.
Now increase contrast, little bit, reduce the white, highlight and
Yeah.
black. And now I will click on this. I will
Yeah.
click here and I will again reduce the clarity of the top. Little bit of texture.
In this situation, you will increase black or decrease black.
Decrease because I want it to be dark,
Okay.
that portion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this image
Yeah.
has come out like this.
This.
If you feel that your subject is little bit artificial,
Right. Yeah.
feeling artificial, bright, you can reduce the exposure a little bit. So
Yeah.
it goes with the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So now you can remove my sharing option.
Okay.
Let's see if anybody has
Um,
any doubts. We have
there were a
23
bunch of doubts.
comments.
Yes. Things which Paul Manuran was talking about. Do you prefer 16 is to 9 or 16 is to 10 for landscape?
16 is to I prefer 16 is to 9.
16 is to 9.
Yeah.
Then for Amit, we have already answered the purpose of printing rather than social media. When it comes to cropping, we have already answered. Then the Anish is talking about sRGB and Adobe RGB differences.
Adobe RGB has a lot of colors stored in that, which
Mm-hmm.
might not be visible when it is in online or social media. Online web purposes are always made for sRGB color space. So Adobe RGB like contains a lot of colors, which is used mainly for printing purpose.
Garnet, that's fine. You can always, the plus point of these kind of sessions is you can always go back and check the whole sessions whenever you have time. Then we have a thanks from Muhammad. Hi, Muhammad, long time. Then Anup is, yeah, a lot of people whom we know said hi. Then I think I
Yes.
saw Abbas, Becky. Yeah, Becky is going. Becky, you will be meeting Hermi when you are in Mara.
Okay.
Then
So
yeah, I think we
thank you, Jinos. Jinos is somebody who always call me and give a lot of support. Yeah, all of the people, all the people who have attended, Prashant, Sibin, Amit,
yeah.
Sajin, yes, Jishnu, thank you so much. Uh, if I missed anybody, Sibin,
Yeah, I think
yeah,
now you
most of
know
the
why I
people,
call Hermi Guru always.
it's okay. Let's talk about some. Eli, thank you so much. I'll send your photo, edited one tonight itself.
I'll
Uh,
send you a couple of mine as well, Hermi. You need to, you can do that.
yes, so we are looking forward for exhibition in the month of May. We have planned
Hmm.
with this webinar. We have decided to go ahead start with our exhibition series.
Yeah.
So the first one is going to happen on May 19 to 21. We already got few pictures from uh, photographers from Dubai, India, Qatar, a lot of places. Jishnu, I'm in Dubai and Nisha is in Canada right now.
It's like a day and
Yes,
night difference. That's all.
the the deadline for submitting the photos, April 15th. Yes, I'm looking forward for that. We will miss you, Nisha, for that event.
Don't make me jealous. I'm.
I'm trying to bring my friends from Mara also for this
Yeah,
show.
yeah. You try
So,
to bring everybody except me. Hmm.
so we'll have a blast here during those 3 days. Yeah, and our season also is starting in Masai Mara from June onwards. We are getting a lot of bookings this time. Mara Trails is growing as well. Uh,
Yeah.
so we are doing some modifications and renovations in the camp in next 1 or 2 months.
So with
We'll
Mara Trails,
finish.
tell me how many kids we are supporting with lunch now.
Currently, we are supporting 700 kids, and uh, we did a trip last month, not last month, yeah, in Feb or March, I think March. We did a trip, and from that trip, few of the guests who came that in that trip, they said they want to support as well. So they are sending money to the school to support another 700 kids, which is
Wow.
good for us. Yes,
So
that's a very
1,400 kids we are supporting now.
yeah. Next year we'll be supporting almost 1,400 kids, and this new year we I forgot to update in the social media and all these platforms, but we supported five women self-help group. We gave them 50 goats to each of the groups.
Yeah.
They will be like it's a way of self-sustaining for them.
Yeah.
They were very happy. We made it as a big ceremony. I have a lot of photos and videos. I'll be sharing it as well.
And how
So
about we are supporting 200 kids with full education as well, right?
yes,
Yeah. So when you're coming to Mara Trails, you are not only enjoying yourself, you are supporting the whole community. You are being a part of the family. You are being a part of the conservation efforts. So do join us. You're not just going to do
Ajit,
photography. You're going to
Ajit
do a
is
lot of
asking, can you
support.
please share some details about your camp? How is it different from others? Uh, Ajit, our camp is located inside Masai Mara National Reserve. That is one plus point we have. Then we have a few best guides in Mara when it comes to any type of photography, whether it's mammals or birds. We have a few number of very good guides who are very knowledgeable in photography and animal behaviors or bird behaviors. So uh, we are lucky till today we were able to deliver a good safari to everyone who came to our camp. It's a very like we are still growing, so there are little bit of glitches here and there. We are trying to solve one by one. Every person cannot be perfect, or everything cannot be
Oh,
perfect
nothing
when
in
it
this world
gets
is
started. Yeah.
perfect. So it's
So when you see from the that point of view, you will find a lot of negatives in our camp also. So but more than negatives, we have a lot of positives. Like, one of the reason we started this camp is to support the local community. None of the camp in Mara is giving their 50% of their profit to the to support the community, which is the reason that which is the main reason that we started this camp. So that gives us what do you call,
yeah,
peacefulness to
satisfaction.
sleep every night. Like, I can sleep peacefully thinking that we are supporting one or the other person every day
Yeah.
in Masai Mara. And uh, I get that, or I feel that gratitude from those people also. Whenever I visit the villages or the schools, the happiness that I see on their face is something that we can cherish for the rest of our life.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
forget all about all the negatives. We are only Hermes' birthday and the camp's birthday is the same day, 25th of March. So we just crossed our second birthday. And in this 2 years' time, if we manage to support 700 plus kids on a daily basis with their lunch, and another 200 kids with the full education, and a three set of women with this
Five.
150 sheeps, and a bunch of people and jobs for them from the community, I think it is a decent job. And if any of you are going to join in our journey, you're not only helping us, you are helping the whole community as well. So do join us, and let's do something good together.
Dinos, yes, you have been there. I remember. I know you had a great time. He's telling that it's an excellent camp and service. Uh, Chandra came late from office and joined now. You can watch the recorded video session.
Question, yeah.
Joshi, thank you so much. Thanks, Ajit, and whoever is watching. I don't know if you guys have any other questions regarding the camp or traveling with us.
Or
Apart from Masai
photography
Mara, we are
or
traveling to other places also. We started our other location
workshops.
travel plans, uh, and
Tell
you
me, when
guys
are you
can
going to
join.
expand your territory to Canada? Give me some company in between, please.
I am getting a lot of requests, in fact, to travel. My next trip is to Ranthambore in June. Then July
Tiger,
we have a trip to Svalbard.
Svalbard.
Yeah, and August I'm again going to August or June. We haven't decided. I'm again going to Mongolia for Palascat. Yeah,
No, no, I
and
don't
we
want this
have,
to be a jealousy session right now. So,
yes.
you have any idea about who is going to be our next speaker? We
No, I
should
don't have
pull
any idea.
Peter.
Yeah, we can
It's
pull
been a
Peter,
long
but
time.
I'm talking to Masai Mara trip we have in 21st, 22nd of May. We have a trip to Masai Mara, and then we have every month in the month of June, July, August, and September. We have almost all the month we have trips. If anybody want to join, or if anybody want to go by themselves, they can, like, anytime get in touch with us. One of us
Yes.
will surely get back to you.
Yeah.
Yes. Are you willing to arrange paid detail editing class who are interested?
Sure.
Definitely. If anybody want one-on-one sessions in Dubai, I will. I'm happy to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Apart from that, next session I'm trying to pull another. legend in photography. Let's see. I haven't got any confirmation. Once I get that, I will be posting it. Posting
Yes.
it a bit earlier than today. Today I
Yes.
got blasting from a lot of people messages I got because
Yeah, definitely. You're doing
yeah,
it in the last
yeah,
minute.
I got up in the afternoon and then I realized that I should do it today and I posted it. But anyway, next session definitely we will be announcing it a little bit earlier than today. So yeah, I think that's it. Nisha, do you have anything to say, discuss,
No,
or
I'm super excited to be back on track. That's one thing with the
yes?
magazine. I'm going to definitely miss the exhibitions, and I'm missing a lot of
Exhibitions
good.
are always one of the key things that we had done previously because it used to be a hub for photographers, like not only wildlife, like any genre of photography. Photographers used to come to our place to see the exhibition. They used to mingle. It's a platform for every photographers to gather.
Yeah.
So we used to have a real fun time during those days. It used to be on Friday. Those times it used to be on Thursday, Friday, Saturday,
Saturday,
and all
Sunday.
these 3 days, one or the other group will come, and it used to be very very interesting sessions. And
Yes.
this time we are also doing a few talks as well.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's great.
like
I'm going
always.
to miss
Yeah,
it, but it is what it is. Hopefully, towards end of this year, in one of our exhibitions, I'm going to be there. I'm sure about it.
yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So exhibitions,
Thank
magazines,
you, Sivan.
workshops, and our talks. We are back on track in full swing. And you guys have any suggestions, any requests when it comes to getting people or getting new destinations or any suggestions for Mara Trails Camp? And you don't need to think about just workshop. If you would like to visit with your family, with your friends, have a good time, just chill, relax, and see the places and the people. Don't forget, you are not only seeing the people, you're not only having fun, you are going to support the community as well. So do join us. And
Yeah,
anything in general or in with photography, what if we can do something together, do let us know, and let's do something together
if
in
you
a
need, if
positive
you
sense.
guys need any help in Dubai with regards to photography, I'm happy to help you.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad to get in touch with me.
Yeah, there is, yeah,
I'm
that's
here
another
always.
important thing. Hermes do photo walks on every weekend, and that's a completely free one. All you need to do is show up yourself. He's going to help you with the basics to the advanced level of photography, and he's going to focus more on birds or mammals in and around Dubai. So whenever you're getting a free opportunity to be with a person like Hermes, who is so knowledgeable and is a wonderful person, a great friend and a great guru,
Thank you.
from my
Enough,
experience. Okay,
enough.
so so it's another option for you to, if you're based in Dubai, that's going to be another opportunity for all of you. On
Okay
that
then.
note,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
will be
Simon
here,
is.
Sibin. Okay, then
Yes.
let's catch up on our next
it's
session.
it's
Hermie, you're
never a
going to send
disturbance
me a
for me
t-shirt.
when it comes to photography. uh like it is always a thrill to be a part of any group and go together and shoot whatever it is. Even if we don't get anything, we go sit there and have a good time and come back. That's also very good.
And the
So
parota and the tea from that coffee shop as well.
yeah, paroda sandwich. Okay
Good
guys,
old times.
yes, we'll keep you all posted for regarding the next session. Until then, you take care and see you soon. Bye bye.
Stay safe.
Yes.